All right, it's time to start.
Hey everyone!
Good to have you all. Thank you all for signing on. We've got a great group here. Appreciate that.
This is Marla.
And this is Jamie. We're passion provokers, and we're here to share about cracking the coupleship code, right? And so
it looks like we have a lot of people here, and so this is going to be so much fun. I'm super excited. We want to make sure that you guys can hear us, and we want to make sure that you can see the screen. Right. So if you will let us know in the chat box if there are any issues, that would be awesome. Make sure you can hear, check, right. And see the screen.
And turn off your cell phones, get a pad of paper out. This is going to be, you're going to want to take a couple notes. This is exciting. We're going to give you guys some tools and some opportunities to really take a look at making life a lot better. So,
and you know what, we love interactions, so pop stuff in the chat box, and we will answer you as we see those. So interaction, absolutely, please do that. All right, so we are again super excited about what we're going to be talking about tonight, and we have been very fortunate to have just an incredible series of mentors.
Yeah, it's gone all the way back to 1995. Dr. Paul Heckstrom did the Life Skills International program, trained us personally. Yeah. Drs. Ryan and Nancy Rocky were great mentors for years. Dr. Russ Warner, who nobody knows who he is, but he's world renowned. And if you want to spend 50 grand on a weekend for the best advice ever, he's the guy to call. And then more recently, we were really fortunate to have Mark and Benita Thompson, Mark Thompson, who contributed to, Coach Richard Branson, Steve Jobs. He's a world-renowned coach, and he was our coach during the movie we just were in, Leap, the coaching movie.
So if you have failed at your relationships and healing relationships in the past, it's not your fault. And if you've been concerned in the past that you can't succeed with healing your relationship, we want you to put those fears to rest.
Absolutely. A lot of counselors, lawyers, and psychologists want you to think that it takes years of emotionally connect with your partner, or that you may not be able to feel confident and worthy of love without them. But it's just not true.
No, it's not. If you've ever thought that maybe if you've been to counseling or other psychiatric services where you have felt like maybe your goals weren't being even considered and that you weren't meeting goals, well, we're here to tell you that we are goal-oriented and we are going to show you how to heal your relationship really, truly in a matter of days. It
right.
Could actually be hours, but definitely days.
We are a whole different model. We are coaches, and we are here on your sidelines cheering you on. So we're here to show you how to heal your relationship in a matter of days right here during this webinar.
And we're going to be talking about some weird Jedi mind tricks that saved our marriage. and we'll talk a little bit more about Star Wars. So if you're not familiar, which maybe you've been under a rock for the last,
30 years
of life. No, I'm teasing. Some people are just not into sci-fi. I wasn't before Jamie and I met, so I get it.
We call them Jedi mind tricks, but they are just simple tools that you can apply today. So
you might be saying that, hey, yeah, this is nice for you, but you don't really care about us. And so what we're going to do is we're going to show you that you really, truly can use these same tricks and have the most direct route to heal your relationship in a matter of weeks, like we were talking about, and days even.
That's right.
And so
you're going to feel an immense confidence and power once you know how to use these tools, these techniques that we're going to give you right here. You will be able to easily influence you and your partner's feelings and thought processes.
So we need a promise from you guys.
Well, yeah, that's right. Sorry,
we need a promise from you guys.
We need a promise, right?
So this is what we need you to promise. You can just put it in the chat box. Will you turn to the dark side?
That's
Don't
right.
use these tricks. They're not tricks, but these
tools we're going to teach you
for the dark side.
So please, and we need a commitment that you're not going to use this against people. That
you can do a tremendous amount of good with the tricks.
That's right.
But what we want you to do is, like with the Force, use them for good and not for evil.
That's right. That's right.
Oh man.
So if we have everybody's commitment there, just say something.
Let us know.
Just say a yes or a why or a, you're in. Okay. All right.
All right.
All right. I think
like
we're getting, there's a few
almost,
holdouts. Come on, get back to the computer screen. Type in the yes. Okay. Gotcha.
Let us know. Excellent. Okay,
Gotcha.
we're ready to move forward in our process here. All right. So, what is our goal for this today? Our goal is to help you. If you are struggling in your relationship, we're going to show you how you can heal it and make it multiple times better in just a few short sessions. And so it's really, we're going to give you some of these Jedi mind tricks that are going to blow your mind, actually.
That's right. And if you are currently looking for a relationship, we will show you how to gain the confidence you need to attract the right kind of partner and start off the right way in your future relationship.
And if you are if you're in a relationship and it is great and you're just looking for maybe some tools, some tips, some tricks that will allow you to have better connection with your partner, we are going to give you tools that will continuously boost your relationship every day.
Absolutely. You're in the right place for that.
You're in the right
place.
place.
Is it.
And you know what? We're never standing still. Coach Pete used to be for the BSU Broncos, and he said that you are never standing still. You're moving forward. Well, you don't want to stand still. You're either moving forward or backward. If you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards.
That's right. So
it's about getting better and
about
moving forward.
keeping things moving forward. And if you're here for that, you're definitely a wise relationship person. So our goal is to make you confident and connected in all of your current and future relationships.
And if you stay until the end, we have a special gift for you, the Coupleship Connection quiz. This quiz is for both couples and singles, and it will tell you where you are, where you lie in relationships in your past, or where you are currently in your
That's right. This is a fantastic little free gift from us for you. So what makes us different? What makes this different? We are, number one, we are simple. Other psychiatric services are not. I can't even say it. They're so complicated. So we are also fast. Other psychiatric services are not. And we're very effective.
And sometimes other services.
That's right. Hey, listen, if you have a counselor you like, we know that counseling is a good role. We're talking about getting the best results in the slowest amount of time.
You know what? We've been so lucky. Like Jamie said, we've worked with some of the best, people. And on the LEAP movie that we're a part of, the coaching movie, Mark Thompson, John Gray, the Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, Julie Starr, Dr. Jane Cox, Betsy Chassie,
Jack Canfield, you may know from the Chicken Food for the Soul.
And John Bates, who was our TED.com speaking coach. All amazing, amazing people.
So we've had a lot of validation, been chosen to be in that movie. We've written books. We have a number of books together. The one that is most easily available right now is How Men Make Women Crazy, and vice versa.
Guys, don't worry. It's for everybody.
and very soon, look for the sex, the other S word, coming soon. That's going to be released in early 2018. So despite some major dysfunctions earlier in our relationship, we are more in love than ever, and we have helped thousands of other men and women and couples achieve the same success in their relationships. And it's so exciting to see this happen.
So, backstory. Here we are. Aren't we cute? Look at Jamie. He looks like he's 12 years old, I think.
I think I was 12 years old.
Oh yeah, that's right. So was I. Our kids, those precious little girls there, Kayla is in the purple and Ariel's with the little bow in her hair, the baby. They were actually, about 8 months old and about 2 years old. And so here we had this precious family. I was married to the man of my dreams, tall, dark, handsome, all those things. We had, like I said, beautiful family, nice house, good friends. We had everything. But honestly, on the inside, I was falling apart. I wanted my fairy tale to be true. I wanted to be empowered to be myself and to love my husband. I wanted to feel confident. I wanted to feel joyful in my life. I wanted to be as happy as we appeared, and I wasn't. And so my epiphany was that I was second fiddle to everything with Jamie. I was second fiddle to his work, to hiking, biking, friends. But he happened to be best friends with my brother, and they would go mountain bike riding for hours. And I remember we always, Jamie and I talk about every relationship has a control abandonment cycle, and our relationship, the control abandonment cycle looked like Jamie would come home from a 16-hour day. He was working long hours that time, and he would say, well, it's been a rough day. I'd been at home. I was a stay-at-home mom. I was at home with the kids all day. I was going crazy. And he'd say, I need to go take a mountain bike ride with your brother. And then inside I'd be dying, and be like angry. But outside I was like, oh, really? I was hoping that we could connect. And then he would be like, for sure, because he felt my heart. And then he'd really want to abandon because he felt controlled by me. And so then he would go and he would say, no, I really need to do this. And then I'd be angry. And then he really want to abandon. And so it's a really good example of a lot of the fights that we had that had to do with control and abandonment.
That was our fight on the merry-go-round, that control abandonment loop. That is the key dagger in all relationships.
Yeah. And you know what actually made it worse is that I felt like I wasn't enough for him, and that he really didn't want to, he really didn't want to be with me. And my confidence and my self-esteem were really badly damaged. And I was supposed to be desirable enough for him to choose me over everything else. But here I was, a failure, lonely, isolated, and totally inadequate. But then something amazing happened. I had hit this wall, and I was just too tired and too exhausted of not being valued. And I decided there's got to be something. And so I was searching. I felt like I had failed in our relationship. So I was looking at people, to mentors and all these things that we talked about. But I happened upon this book, and it was incredible. It really was. This book was like by chance, right? And I read the book. It's called The Secret Life of the Soul by Keith Miller. It's a pretty old book. I don't even know if it's in print anymore. But he talks about the shaming voices in our heads and control issues. And I was like, oh, wow, I think I have issues. And in that, I learned techniques on how to hack my own thought processes and put myself in control of my feelings instead of letting my feelings control me and everybody else around me. And it became so crystal clear how to ask for what I wanted in our relationship in a way that I could be heard and I was visible, because I found that I was worthy and of being loved and of him loving me. And I also learned that I didn't have to settle for less than what I deserved. You all deserve to settle, not settle. Do not settle for less. You are worth more than that. And I know that this is going to help you with that, to get to that place where you know that and you feel that. And so I was these mental hacks, put them into practice, and almost immediately I started experiencing love and connection in our relationship again. And it was crazy because it was like Jamie didn't do anything. It was me. I had shifted some things in my mind, and it was the craziest thing.
So this is the first trick. These are not the droids you're looking for.
This is not the relationship you're looking for. I was like, nope, not gonna live there.
That's right. You get to choose what it is that you look for and what you get to see, right? The Jedi mind trick we're playing off of course, is Obi-Wan Kenobi telling the stormtroopers who are hunting down R2-D2 and C-3PO because they have a secret message from Princess Leia, right? But he just basically focuses on what he wants to have happen, and that's what we want you to do too. We want you to focus in on what would your ideal relationship be right now. What would you be ecstatic about your relationship if you had it right now?
You know what? I felt like this is what happened exactly to me. But I had this previous mandate. These guys had this mandate to go find C-3PO and to get them and to take them and try to get all the information from them. And that was the mandate. And my previous mandate was to be fearful and to hold on to the pain and to blame my feelings on my husband and to control. And I had every reason and every right to do so, except for it wasn't working in our relationship. And then I applied these Jedi mind tricks to this old mandate that I had, and it didn't matter anymore. It didn't matter anymore. All that pain and all that trauma, it had been replaced with a new mandate of being confident and powerful and of letting go of the pain and allowing it to just slip away. Release to receive became kind of a mantra for me. And of taking control of my own feelings instead of trying to control everybody else and my feelings in a way that was unhealthy by not expressing them at all. I learned how to take control of my own feelings. And then suddenly I was confident in asking for what I wanted, and I got it. And that's when I realized that the secret to being visible and heard in my relationship, in our relationship, was releasing my fear of being abandoned and being alone. How crazy is that? So my plan was to learn and understand everything I could. Now, what's crazy about the story I just told you is after reading that book, I went to Jamie, and I think that was 1998. I went to Jamie and I said, oh, you know what, babe? I think I might have issues with control. And he didn't laugh in my face or say, thank you, Lord. He said, he was very calm and very kind, and he listened to me. And that was so huge. And so that really gave me even more energy to do what I needed to do, to find out the things that I needed to find out to keep my growth process going. And it had magically transformed our relationship. And so I and we together sought out seasoned mentors and coaches and other experts to continue my emotional growth and our emotional growth together. And then other women in the community started wondering what was going on. They started coming to us for help. And so we started a support group for men and for women separately, a place where we could talk about our struggles and our victories. And it didn't stop there either. We started formally offering coaching to couples that were experiencing similar dissatisfaction in their relationship as we were. And that was kind of crazy because here we were just starting on this path that was over 22 years ago. And we were just, 28 years old. And here these people were coming to us for help. And we were like, okay, well, we better keep learning and keep moving. And we started writing books then too in our relationship.
Because people wanted to know how to do this.
Yeah.
What do you do? How do you do it? And how do we get it done? And so we started really getting the word out there, doing seminars and writing books. And
our relationship was exceeding our goals and expectations.
Always.
And we were seeing this same significant success.
Everybody that did the process got the same results.
Yeah, exactly.
And so if you do the work here, you can't go wrong. We did a lot of things wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you what. It is, we made a lot of mistakes. But the truth is,
we did some things right.
We did a lot of things right. But you know what? Because we've done those things wrong, you don't have to.
Nope.
So the hard way is doing those things wrong, right? The way people typically work on their relationships is you keep your feelings all bottled up tight, push down hard, right? Just live with it, grin and bear it, right? Just keep getting up, keep getting going.
Let it boil there under your skin until it explodes somewhere. Right. We talk about this barrel in our bellies that is full of toxicity. We keep stuff in the toxicity in there and we seal it and we keep sealing it and we keep sealing it. And then all of a sudden all the toxicity gets so intense that it bursts out, whether that's bursting out, you're getting angry and rageful, or you are getting sick, your body can't handle it anymore, or depressed. Those are all ways when you just live with it, that's what happens.
Right. And the other thing you can do is just try control and guilt.
That was what I did.
Okay, at that point, at least so far all you're doing right now is disrespecting yourself. So if you've been doing these things for a long time, please know that you are worthy of the respect to get your needs met healthily. Right? Respecting yourself will make all the difference in the world. And I know might be kind of shocking for me to say that to you. You think, I have self-respect. Well, if you are keeping your feelings bottled up tight, if you can't express feelings easily, if you just are living with it, and if you're trying to control things with guilt, right, or other manipulations, which very well could be working in the short term, these are all forms of disrespecting yourself. So here, you know what? You are worth more. You are.
Another hard way, because we've tried it, is to, I'm in the wrong thing. It's there. Seek counseling.
There it is.
I lost my cursor. It went away somewhere. But seeking counseling. So seeking counseling it's very expensive, and it can take years. Something that Jamie and I are really passionate about is giving people the time and the space to really move through. And so oftentimes our sessions go hour 15, hour and a half, because we want it. At about 50 minutes is when we start seeing breakthroughs. And so we're really, really fast with what we do because we're getting breakthroughs faster.
Right away. So the other expensive thing you can do is get a divorce. That's 14 grand out the door, by the way. That doesn't even count separate living arrangements for the first year, which is typically another 14 to 30 grand, right? So this is a low estimate on getting out the door of the divorce. And then if you have to fight over the kids, add another $10,000 of shuttling the kids back and forth and legal fees and
you know what? This was the path we were on. We were on this path, and countless, I can't even tell you, I can't even count them, couples have been on that path too and have gotten off that path, and they're more passionate and in love today than they've ever been. So we want to cut out the years. We want to take out the years. We want it to be quick and easy. Well, let's put it this way. It's simple. It may not be easy, but it is simple. And we want you to have the simple, much faster way than we took, because it did take us a long time. So we're giving you ours, so we're shrinking what we learned into one little set thing here, and it's an amazing thing.
Right. So the easy way that we discovered after 22 years, we know all the hard way stuff, but we want you to take advantage of the easy way. It's just the shortest shortcut. It's the most direct path. We're going to give you the skills that you need to dominate your happiness.
And we're going to tell you stories along the way of couples who have done this as well.
Yeah.
All right, so the easy way, what will it do for you? The easy way is going to get you to a place where you feel absolutely confident, you feel connected, you feel desirable again, you feel worthy, you feel loved, and you feel loving. How cool is that? Right. And this is how we're going to do it.
And we've moved thousands of people that were one signature away from divorce to a successful, happy marriage.
Well, and let me ask you guys this. How many of you want the easy way that helps you to feel those things that I just mentioned? Oh. Confident, connected, desirable, worthy of love, be worthy, loved, and loving in your relationships. Yeah, I know. Me too. Yeah. Exactly. I want to have the easy way. Thank you very much. So these are the 3 secrets that we want to share with you tonight. Secret number 1.
Secret number 1. How to win every argument in a way you and your partner are happy. Wow. How would that go? How would you like to end every argument with both of you being happy and more connected? That's secret number 1.
Yes, secret number 1. Secret number 2, how to eliminate feelings of loneliness and worthlessness. Let's trip over my tongue there. And replace them with feelings of emotional connection and confidence. And then secret number 3.
Secret number 3, how to heal your relationship on your own, even if your partner is oblivious there's a problem or just hasn't changed yet.
What? How is that even possible?
This is the thing. People, so many people are ready to give up and they don't need to.
But all these sound kind of impossible. I mean, really win every argument and each person's happy. That never happened with us way back early on. I was rather be right than in a relationship. Right. So that wasn't very good.
We're going to show you how easy this is, really. And it's really as simple. It's a mindset thing. You might say, this sounds easy and I already do this, but what we teach you is how to apply this. So secret number 1, how to win every argument.
Yep.
That's right.
Where you and your partner are happy.
Yeah. Really win. Okay. So there's something that needs to happen in your relationships, and that is you've got to change the rules. If you haven't changed the rules lately and made them clear between you and your partner, then you need to change the rules.
Don't change them without telling your partner, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, you can change them on your end, but...
Yeah, well, it begins with you enforcing them. So we get this from another sci-fi story, but Star Trek.
Uh-oh, you are
I know, I'm jumping.
Metaphors, because our son-in-law is like, you can't mix Star Wars and Star Trek. It's just not okay.
I know, there's that. Forgive me, but James T. Kirk from the USS Enterprise, he's the fable is that he's the only Starfleet cadet that passed the captain's exam without any losses. And so the exam is they give him a simulator and they take the starship up to the border of the Klingons, and there's a disabled Federation transporter in Klingon airspace, and if you go in to rescue them, they're dying, right? So you have to go in to rescue them. If you do that, you start a war with the Klingons, which kills millions of people. And if you don't, then everybody on the transport dies. Well, the lore is that Captain James T. Kirk, he changed the rules. He changed the rules in a way that allowed him to save the transport ship without violating the treaty. And so that's what we want you to do. We want you to change the rules, because my guess is that you've probably 90% of the fights that you've had in the last 3 years, you don't even remember what they are, what they were about. You remember getting upset, you remember having the fight, but you don't really remember what the real issue behind it was or why it was such a big deal, right? So when we change the rules, we start focusing on the right things.
You may be thinking that it's not possible, but I am here to tell you that it's not only possible, but it is absolutely everything. Anything is fixable.
Good.
If both people are in it, or if you're single and you're doing this, anything that you can have the best life that you want. And so Jamie and I, we were having that same fight over and over again. Like I told you about the control abandonment, and he wanted to go bike riding. And I was like, well, you're going to leave me here? Really? I can't believe you're going to leave me here. And so this control abandonment cycle, back and forth, back and forth,
right.
back and forth. I would try to control him over who knows what, everything. And then he would abandon me. And guess what? I learned to let go, like I said, release to receive, to let go and to not have to be right in every situation. And I remember very clearly thinking, wow, I have to be very conscious of my control, because I don't even know when I'm triggering. There were times that I didn't even have control in my heart, but he sensed it from me in another way. And so it's about learning what that looks like, and triggers and modes, and how to get through them.
That's right.
So,
just like Kat and Tom, they were 10 years of being unhappy, and she was ready to give up. She, and we helped. She came in for a couple of sessions, and we helped her change the rules, right?
Yeah.
And we're going to, teach you that. She would rather have been right in a relationship. His guilt and shame for not being there for his kids from a previous marriage, right? Kind of ruled the relationship. But when they changed the rules and agreed on them, right, by making each other the top priority and making what mattered most happen first, boom,
shifted everything.
Love and joy and butterflies and rainbows. It was, it's really, it's truly, it's that good.
So you might be thinking this is too hard. I mean, you're on the merry-go-round. How are you ever going to get off that merry-go-round of fighting round and round and round and round? Well, the truth is that with Kat and Tom, and just like with Jamie and I, the fighting can end, and that makes time for fun. We lose sight of fun in relationships.
Right.
When you use these Jedi mind tricks, these tools, they're not really mind tricks. They're amazing tools.
Just tools.
When you use them, it transforms everything.
Right. So secret number 2, how to eliminate feelings of loneliness and worthlessness and replace them with feelings of confidence and emotional connection.
Ah, yes.
Right?
Yes. So you may be thinking that you're not able to let go, and that you've tried letting go, and that you are not, that it's impossible for you to let go. But I'm going to tell you something. It was when I chose to let go and get off the merry-go-round that things started to change.
Right.
I read the book. I stopped being, still had control issues, but I stopped being as controlling. And Jamie stopped being as abandoning. And we were able to have really good conversations and begin for the first time to talk about what really mattered in our hearts. Deeply, what was really going on. And I thought I would never be able to forgive, that he didn't deserve it. And Jamie felt like he maybe didn't deserve it either.
No, I didn't feel like I deserved it either. No, exactly. Not only did she not want to forgive me, I wasn't sure I wanted her to.
Yeah.
And so the thing is, you are able. Just like Renee and Bo, really happy for years and years, and then she felt betrayed financially, right? We wouldn't stop doing some of these things that he was doing financially, and she was feeling sick about it. And then she thought she had a total lack of trust and was totally and completely done. So far done, they weren't talking to each other at all. And he was just shocked by her reaction and felt guilty and confused, but both were in shock and afraid and totally shut down.
And you might be thinking, like Renee did and like I did, that he doesn't deserve it or she doesn't deserve it. But the truth is that you do deserve it, and it's fixable one way or the other with these Jedi skills.
That's right. These are Jedi mind tricks. These are major skills. Secret number 3, how to heal your relationship on your own, even if your partner is oblivious there's a problem or just isn't changing yet. Oh man, this is the biggest one, right? So
you may be thinking that your partner won't take you seriously. And you're saying, I keep telling him I'm unhappy. I keep telling her I'm unhappy, but they won't do anything about it. And we understand that. We totally understand that.
Well, see, what happened was I was totally inspired by Marla's change. She discovered the real secret. She made that one effort to not be controlling, which sounds bizarre, but she made the right efforts in the right way, and it inspired me. And she changed, and I thought, well, if she can change, I can change too. And we can set things straight, right? If we could get totally honest, right? So we each did our own work, and Marla led me by her example, and it was amazing.
And, the same thing happened with our clients, Katie and Jeff. And it's interesting because we never met Jeff.
That's right. So Katie came in. She had been married for almost 40 years. She had to get her first checking account to see us, right? And so she got her checking account so she could pay us. And so it's an older generation, right? And so she was she was really unhappy, literally physically sick, hated Jeff, hated the dog. Her adult children weren't bringing the grandchildren around anymore because they were mad at her. She was mad at them. She was totally and completely a mess.
She was done. She was completely done.
And
she came to us, like Jamie said, with her checking account because she was ready to get a divorce and she wanted help. She wanted us to. We helped her emotionally. We helped her learn how to get in touch with her feelings and different things.
Everything that is included in today's offer, she did less of. And so, and that went on. About 3 months later, we saw her. And we didn't recognize her. She stopped us on the street and said, "Hey, you two." And we said, "Who's this?" And we looked at her closer, and we looked. Well, there she is. It's Katie. and so we're like, "Oh, hey, you look great. Your hair's done. You got a spring in your step. You're smiling. What's going on?" She says, "I am so happy. I'm so thrilled. I love Jeff. I love the dog." She hated the dog before. It was crazy. So she hated the dog. She got her kids coming back. Her grandkids are part of her life again. She was physically better. She stopped having physical symptoms. She puts her hands on her hips and she said to us, "But I have a question for you." And she was all angry. And
she was faking.
She was faking it again. And she says, "Have you been seeing Jeff behind my back?" And we laughed. It was like, "Who's Jeff?" Okay, yeah, we've never met him. And so the truth is, by her changing, she did exactly what Marla did. She led the change in her house and made a total difference in her whole community.
Yes, you might still be thinking that your partner will never change. Well, let me tell you, the truth is that when you change, they change. When one piece of the puzzle shifts, the other pieces shift. It's probably not really a good analogy. It's more like if you have a tire and there's spokes and the spokes are broken and icky, and once you get them replaced, it's helpful. I don't know. That's a bad way to do it. It doesn't matter. Okay, so we have gone over a lot of things, and we want you. The secrets are really, really amazing that you learn in this. So remember how to win every argument. And you and your partner are going to be happy, and how to eliminate feelings of loneliness and worthlessness and come out with feelings of confidence and emotional connection.
That's right. And how to heal your relationship on your own, even if your partner is oblivious there's a problem or just isn't changing yet.
Yep.
So you might be feeling like this right now.
Yes.
It's one of those things that when we start going on this stuff, people can kind of feel like they're, well, kind of like this. So we
want to give you as much value as we possibly can.
That's right. Right. We've gone over a lot of stuff in a relatively short period of time, and the reality is that there's a lot more we can share. We wanted to put together something special for you that will take your Jedi training to the next level.
But okay, before we show this to you guys, we want to ask your permission.
That's right.
Is it okay with you if we share this special package that we put together for you guys? Is it okay if we share that with you today? And just let us know in the chat box. Is that okay? Because we want your permission.
We
you
just
are
need
important
everybody
to
that's in.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right.
Okay.
Excellent. Cool. We always want to ask permission.
That's right.
Awesome. Thank you
there
all.
Are two more holdouts there. Maybe they're not close to their keyboard. Give them a minute. Oh, there's one. Down to the last one.
There it is. There it is.
Okay.
And we don't want to assume that we've earned this, okay? We want to over-deliver, and we always want to ask that if it's okay. And so thank you that you are going to allow us. We'd love to share, so thank you for allowing us to keep going. And yeah, we're super excited again. We keep on keeping on.
That's right. So here we are, cracking the coupleship code right here.
Woohoo! So we put together a package, cracking the coupleship code. It's a training system and a set of tools that will help you implement what we've talked about. Knowing it is good information, but implementing it is way better. It's about helping you feel confident and worthy of love and reaching a true emotional connection with your partner within really, truly just a couple of hours. So what are you going to get with this? Let's show you. You are going to get the 6-session coupleship code masterclass. And this is where the real magic happens. There's videos of us, and then there's worksheets and work stuff. There you've got homework. Don't think of it as school, though.
This is the shortest shortcut, the most direct way path. These 6 sessions, they're not very long. They are very quick. And yes, there's a little bit, there's work to it. We're not going to say this is easy, but it is worth it. I'll tell you that. It's the best stuff we have.
And this is where we really teach you to use the force for love in your relationship. This is Yoda. He is
lifting the X-Wing fighter.
His force
That's
for
right.
love.
That's right. Love is
All right,
the force.
so the coupleship code masterclass. What we do is train your heart and brain to work together. We help you clear up the blind spots so that your heart is open for connection and love, and so that your values and your goals drive your decisions instead of the old feelings getting in the way. And so we go through it. It's hard to describe here what exactly you get, but the 6 videos have guided sessions on how to move through and shift from the old story,
the old rules,
and the old rules that you have brought into your relationship. And that's because, old rules come from all of these things: dad, mom, siblings, ex, your partner, if you've been together for any length of time, and it comes from yourself. And so cleaning this stuff up will show you how to clean this stuff up.
This is amazing.
And
work,
it'll change your heart. Again, it'll open up your heart. Kind of like
Renee and Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she lost her passion, was controlling, and she could not stop.
Like me.
Felt hopeless and miserable.
Yep.
He tried, but it was just so confused by her control, and he was passive in that paralyzation that happened, right? So with our tools, she let go, and he stepped up.
Yeah,
boom, boom, boom.
Exactly. When both of them felt misunderstood, and when they felt understood and listened to, it changed them completely.
That's right. So, and the same with Annabelle and Andrew. He cheated, was mortified. She was mortified. He was frustrated with never feeling like he was her man because of her emotional affairs. And guess what? Boom, boom, boom. Change the rules, makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah, and then Jennifer and Sean. She had actually portrayed him, and he was totally shocked by that, and he didn't think he could ever trust her again. And he felt inadequate sexually. And the crazy part is, by using the tools, they found satisfaction together again. And it's incredible. They're happier now than they've ever been. They made a choice. Really, it's really all about choice. And so who does this work for? It works for couples who want to save their relationship,
Individuals who want to save their relationships.
Couples who want better sex.
That's right. Everybody who doesn't want that. Couples.
I would have said no, not me, but now yeah. Okay, sorry. Couples who want.
You would have said that, but now that you know better.
I do. Now I know better.
That's right.
See? Now, yes, couples who want better sex. It works.
It's worth it. Couples
it
who
works
want more.
It works if you work it.
Couples who want more connected coupleships.
Couples who want better communication.
And parents who want better relationships with their children.
All right, but you might be thinking, because I would be thinking this too, Jamie and Marla, this is too much work right now. There's so much stuff. There's so much stuff between us that it just feels like it would be too overwhelming. And we have done the work for you. Sure, that's the cool part.
Here's the thing. It's going to be, we're going to tell you right now, it's more work if you don't do this than it is if you do. This is going to save you time. It costs
you more too.
Oh, it's going to cost you way more. We talked about the cost earlier, but this work is going to save you time and energy during your week this week, I promise you.
So you get the Coupleship Code Masterclass. Again, that has all of these amazing tools that we have accumulated over the last 22 years. You get them. You get them all. Right. And they're pretty cool.
And we value this at a $2,497 value. That's actually less than we charge people for regularly. So this is a really powerful value, and it's not all. Okay, we're not done. Right?
We're not done. Every Jedi has these tools. So you can see there's the
lightsaber, the Millennium Falcon.
We want you to be able to fly.
And who doesn't want a laser gun?
We want you to be able to cut through the crap with a lightsaber.
That's right.
And we want you to, we have the gun, but then also to fly away. All right, so the tools. Feeling Wheel and the Quick Start Guide. Now, Feeling Wheel is one of the tools that we have developed that when people realize how to express feeling from their heart, it changes the conversation. It changes the rules, like Jamie talked about earlier. Right. It also includes the 5-minute power journal.
That's right. And the check-in guide, which is a really powerful tool, changes every relationship.
The letter feelings log, which will help you to log your feelings so you know which ones you have most commonly.
The family of origin worksheet, which is a really powerful tool to leverage forward.
Remember that we talk about trauma in the family, but trauma is not necessarily something that seems traumatic, like parents being divorced, which is, but it can also be like a younger sibling being born. How much do you, if you have younger siblings, how much did you love having younger siblings? Being born and taking your place. You also get the life vision worksheet, which is pretty cool.
And with this, you will be able to love and feel loved.
You're going to get the respect and love that you've always wanted, respecting yourself and your partner. Oops, sorry about that.
You're going to take back your power in all of your relationships.
You're going to stop the control abandonment cycle.
You're going to know that you have done everything in your power to do to heal your relationship, and it works more than 97% of the time.
It does. You're going to make the best of all your relationships.
You're going to use positive skills with your children.
And you're going to end the generational conflict. Why not stop it now? You are worth it. You are worth it. So what are you going to get rid of? You're going to get rid of the endless trap of processing forever, which can be in counseling, or if you try to do it on your own, you can be in that spin forever and ever. You're going to get rid of
false beliefs, right? You know, get rid of wasted time, money, and energy, which is really the thing. It's the time, energy in your life that creates the money, right?
You're going to get rid of loneliness. Did you know that over 20% of people who are over 45 years old feel extreme loneliness? Let's cut that out. Let's cut that out way before 45 comes around. We're going to help you eliminate loneliness. All right. So you might be thinking right now, but Jamie and Marla, the things in your relationship, they haven't changed. The things in my relationship haven't changed. I've tried countless other tools and nothing has changed. The way things are for us or for me. And I'm going to tell you this. We have had so many couples. We've worked with thousands of couples, and we've had them over and over and over again say to us, we thought we had tried everything, but what we did, even people who the very first session, just what we did in the very first session has changed me completely, and it's crazy. And you know what? Old habits die hard. And we meet or exceed 97% of our clients meet or exceed their goals.
Absolutely.
That's pretty amazing. And
you do this work, you will not only heal your relationships, you will end up with even more benefits, exceeding all of your goals.
So you get the Coupleship Code Masterclass and then the toolkit. And so that together, those are valued at $3,494. It's huge. But you're also going to
get
to discover your unique self. Yes, and you're also going for another $9.99. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, that's
no, because we are.
This is different.
This package.
Isn't a widget. This isn't your same old. This is different. How are we different? So the other thing about being different is we are all unique. And when Jamie and I discovered our uniqueness, that I'm a kinesthetic, I mean, he wishes, yeah. I'm a visual and he's a kinesthetic, that was super important because he's touchy-feely. And so I'm intentional about touching him and letting him know how much I love him in that way. And I'm a visual. And so he has discovered, okay, I need to keep the visual space a little bit neater so that I can help Marla with her visionless. So you're going to get the Coupleship Code Masterclass, $2,900, the Coupleship Code Toolkit, $997, and discover your unique self for $497. And that total is $3,991. And
the next thing you're going to get is the Passionate Tranquility Workbook. And so,
what do we have here?
You'll be thrilled.
This is pretty cool.
This is the magic sauce, actually, right here.
Well, it's all magic sauce.
That's true.
This is all of it together, but this is fun because it's the foundational work. It's got the foundational work in it. And it's we found that a lot of our clients, they would get through the coaching sessions, they'd be super excited, they'd be on fire for a while, and then they'd lose track of checking in a tool that we teach, or figuring out what their feelings are, those kinds of things. And then they'd be like, well, we're kind of gone backwards a little bit. Well, this will help you all keep on the track.
That's right.
And it's like you've
just really overhauled your engine and your relationship. It's like you got a good tune-up, and now the car is running fantastically fast, and it's clean and getting better gas mileage all along the way. So
will help your relationship better and better.
That's
and
right.
better.
This
and
is
better.
the long-term success that you want to have for the rest of your life.
And you know what, you'll be thrilled now because I'm telling you what, this is a little bit of a snapshot for me. Before the Jedi mind tricks, I felt lonely and despairing. And I didn't know what to do. I wasn't able to connect with Jamie, and that was really painful. And it was exceptionally hard because I felt like I wasn't enough. So I want to ask you, does that sound familiar to you? I want you to know now that life is completely different. And I want you to get a vision of what that life could be. Ever since I learned how to change my own mental processes, use the Jedi mind tricks, change from my side of the street, I've been able to feel completely worthy and loved and connected. And I'm able to absolutely know without a shadow of a doubt that I am enough and that things are amazing. Can you imagine what that would be like? Oh my goodness. I can't even tell you. It's amazing. Okay, so
they are amazing, and things are fantastic as a result of doing this particular work.
What else are you going to get?
You're also going to get Speaking Your Truth in Love, your step-by-step 30-day guide to falling in love again, right? So if you have a long-term relationship, you chose each other for a reason, and you're within 5 points of your IQ and of each other, and you're
got matching emotional
issues, and And so this will ignite those old reasons like never before.
It gives you the daily activities that will inspire great communication and intimacy.
Yeah, intimacy like never before. This is why we call them.
This is the relationship you're looking for.
This is the relationship you're looking for. This is what we call them Jedi mind tricks, right?
All right, so you get the Coupleship Code Masterclass, the Coupleship Code Toolkit, the Discover Your Unique Self, the Passionate Tranquility Workbook, the Speaking Your Truth in Love, and all of that is a value of $5,285.
Wow, what would it be if all this did was eliminate years of relationship counseling? Would it be worth $5,285? Just the time driving back and forth might be worth that much to you when you enjoy your life so much that you don't want to take time out for such frivolous things, right? But would it, if all this did was eliminate the feelings of inadequacy and loneliness from your life, would it be worth it? The answer, of course, is yes. If we could just take divorce off and separation off the table for your consideration so you can keep your family and live together, would it be worth it? I mean, really live, not just be together, right? Not just stay in the same house. Yeah, it would definitely be worth it. You see, we had two choices. And we could have sat with the first choice. We can make this really cheap and easy and just get it out there and sell as many as possible. But we really wanted to change communities, right? We really wanted to make a difference in the world. We want to save the relationships that are out there because there's so much value in those relationships. If you've been together with somebody for a couple of years, how much time and energy would you be throwing away by walking away, right? So our second option, if my script will get in the right place here, sorry. Our second option requires a lot higher investment from us, but in exchange can devote more resources to guarantee your success, right? You know, so we could have gone easy and quick and just laid it out there, you know, whatever. But what we really wanted to do is require a little higher investment from us. We wanted to give ourselves more to you so that your success would be guaranteed forever. If you can have your dream relationship, what would that be worth to you? Seriously, think about it. If you could have your dream relationship right now, what would that be worth to you? If you could feel confident and powerful, if you didn't have the same fight over and over again, if all of the negative feelings you have about yourself and your partner slipped away, if all of the time you spent stewing and worrying about those feelings was spent on living life to the fullest, if you were truly happy in every aspect of your life, what would all of that be worth to you? Think about it. Visualize yourself with the people that you love the most, laughing, enjoying each other, being connected, gathering around in a community of support and love, doing effective things, changing the people around you, influencing the family around you with positive love and connection. What would that be worth to you?
Wouldn't that be amazing?
When you start to think in those terms, you realize you can't put a price on a great relationships. Any money you spend isn't a cost. It's an investment that pays back 100 or even 1,000-fold. What is a happy, passionate, connected relationship worth to you? All right? That's the question we want to ask you today. So you can see why so many people have been paying us up to $10,000 at a time to get these things, because these are priceless things.
Yeah.
And it's worth the investment. $10,000, I'll tell you what, no matter how much you think $10,000 is, it's not that much to invest in your relationship.
And you can see
for what you get.
Yeah, you can see why it's a good deal at $5,000. And in the near future, we're going to be opening up to the general public for $997. But because you guys are here, we wanted to do a very special offer because we know it will change your life. We know it will transform your life and change your relationships. And we need you to trust us and take action because we know it's going to change your life. So
we want to change entire communities. We want to change the world.
Because of that, we have this special that we are bringing to you today. And we decided that we're actually going to do this entire system for $497 today.
Right.
And I want to put this into perspective. So you can get started today for $497. The average time spent in counseling is 3 years. The average dollar spent is $5,000.
The success rate of traditional counseling is 48%. The average time spent on cracking the coupleship code, less than 8 weeks. Success in 3 most of the time.
Yep, and your price today is $497.
So if you do a little numbers comparison about the time involved and the results you get, this is a smoking deal, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, yeah, you have the first option for you is to do nothing and not take the leap of faith, which is 100% risk-free. The second option is to pony up this tiny investment today, comparatively speaking, of course. It's really compared to what you're getting in return, and give it a try.
That's right. But
if we can't help your relationship be enhanced like exponentially, we don't really deserve your money.
That's right. Yeah, we want this to be a value to you. So we're so confident about this that we're going to give you a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you buy this today, take a look at it, and any time between now and 30 days from now, so all the way up to 29 days, 24 hours, 59 minutes from
23 hours. 24 hours and 59 minutes. That's a long freaking day. Yeah. We're not sure. Jamie must have, he has some kind of apocalyptic day coming up here.
It's going to be a long day tomorrow.
But really, you guys just let us know, and we will give you your
That's
money
how
back.
confident we are about this process, and we are so excited about the format that we have in these videos and the workbooks.
So the real question is it worth gambling? Is it worth gambling a little bit of your time to check it out?
That's right, because it doesn't have to cost you anything if you don't think it's worth it.
Well, and if it does half of what we claim, it's definitely worth it.
That's right.
And it's going to pay for itself, and you're going to have an immense just quality of life that comes from it.
Right. That's right.
And so what you're going to get is the Coupleship Code Masterclass at $2,497.
Coupleship Code Toolkit, $997 value.
Discover Your Unique Self, a $497 value.
And Passionate Tranquility Workbook, a $397 value.
Speaking Your Truth in Love,
an $897 value.
With a total value of $5,285. And drum roll, for the first 20 people, what we're going to do is you get a bonus. Yay! You get a free 30-minute consultation with us, which is priceless. But this is a bonus for just the first 20 people. So you got to step on it and get it done. Get her done. We already talked about Renee and Tom, but I think what's important about their relationship and is that their relationship looked good. It was fine. They were fairly happy.
Right.
But they felt alone, and they knew that they needed help, and they needed help getting honest. And the fact that they have empathy and love for each other, I mean, more and more every day is huge. And I love their story. I love their story. So you can get started now, and here's how.
Right. And even we have a special deal with PayPal. You can get they'll cover it for you. Those 6 equal payments over 6 months, which is there's no reason not to do this, really, because literally PayPal will put the money up for you. If you don't like it, we'll refund it and cancel that deal, so you wouldn't have to pay anything. But once you see the value you get, once you get into the first video will rock your world and put you in a new relationship space like never before.
Yeah, and PayPal, it's pretty cool because if you qualify, and sorry if you, those of you who are listening here from out of the United States, that PayPal, I believe this deal is not available to you.
Yeah, I think there's some people in Canada here. You have to pay cash from Canada.
Yeah.
Sorry, we like Canadians just fine.
Credit cards work too.
That's right.
But if you qualify, then you only got to pay like $99 a month for 6 months. So that's pretty awesome. All right, so you can get started today for just $4.97, and it's pretty amazing. The deal that we are gifting to you. Remember, it's, we went to a lot of years trying to figure this stuff out, and we want it to be fast and simple for you because you're worth it. You're worth it. Your value is so high, and we appreciate you being here. We appreciate you spending your time this evening to participate.
That's right.
And so we want to know if you have any questions, any questions about what we've shared. And
as those are coming in, people are starting to type, I can see. So we'll answer each of these questions, but the key here now is just to get started. So tell me what it is what would stop you from taking advantage of this offer to invest a little bit into your relationship so that you can get the results that you've always wanted.
Any questions? All right, so we have a couple of questions coming in here. All right, what if my partner refuses?
Well, as we've talked about, only one person can change a relationship. One person looking at this process, doing it earnestly and learning the skills to shift the conversation, change the rules, and respect yourself and your partner, letting each argument be a win-win. This allows the other person doesn't have to lift a finger in terms of this process if one person will do it. And so we know that sounds like a big thing, but here, give it a try. Just start, and it's subtle. It's a very subtle thing in this process. Just do the process and see what happens. It's not about what you do. It's about how your heart emotes to the other person and connects. We've seen this over and over again. A couple of these questions that are coming up are looking at, well, what about this situation with been living with my girlfriend or my boyfriend for this long, or we've been, we have this special problem with our kids, and the truth is, relationships are tough, but they are worth it. And the big key is to have the perspective that will allow you to be victorious no matter what challenges you have. We have not seen anything. We have not seen anybody fail, no matter what their challenge was, if by following these steps. And I know that seems crazy, but we've had all kinds of super challenging situations with people with mental disabilities and psychiatric problems and addiction issues. And I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. And no matter what you're dealing with, you can get the very best outcome by following this series. All right, there's a couple, there's like 4 questions here that kind of circle around the same topic. When you changing the rules. Okay, so people are wanting to know about how the best way to change the rules are. Well, that's what the system is it's the ability to stop fighting about the same thing over and over again. Get off the merry-go-round that is the pattern of triggering your partner in the same way that you always have, or them triggering you. And then it gets out of control, right? You get escalated into the same old argument over and over again. So the key here is to simply stop the fighting, right? So how do you not get triggered? How do you not do that? Well, by shifting your perspective, by allowing time and energy to work for you instead of against you, by realizing that your value comes from you respecting yourself, like we talked about earlier. That is where the true power of shifting the conversation comes into play. And so yeah, there's no special problem that you would have that would keep you from benefiting from this, right?
There's another question. That question is, what if I can't afford it? What if we can't afford it?
You know, we
get this a lot. We totally understand this. And at $4.97, you're getting like way off the regular price for it. And so check out that PayPal thing, and maybe even you could, look at other options. I don't know what those look like for you, but you are going to, I think that this will transform your life so that you will actually, what we've seen in almost all of our clients is that they have an upgrade in their relationship, obviously, but they also get an upgrade in their job or a better job. There's amazing things that happen out of this.
Right. So
it's just opening up those blocks.
So the truth is you need to afford it. No matter what else, this is the most important thing. I know it sounds crazy, but this is what is the most important thing.
There are people in life who are doers. And then there are people who are dabblers.
That's right.
So who are you? I'm going to say that, we have a combination of people in both arenas, right. The doers and the dabblers.
That's right. So if you're a dabbler, you're going to sit here forever and not take action. If you're a doer, you're moving forward and have enough information to make your decision. Some of you are doers. You're not sure how this is going to work for you, but you see how it worked for us and for the people that we've worked with. So you have faith that it'll work for you as well. Yeah. And what we have found is that it's the doers who get ahead in life, while the dabblers don't really ever seem to make any progress, and they always have an excuse of why not.
Well, and think of it this way. People spend money on all sorts of crazy things.
Right.
This may feel like it's more work than some of those crazy things. And so it is important to remember that it is not about It's not. Sorry, I lost my train of thought because we have issues with the slideshow here. I hate it when that happens.
It bounced. Here's a quick view.
Here we go.
The whole seminar in 1 minute.
Oh, see what I did? I touched the screen funny again. All right. Well, I will get this back. Okay, let's get back. Get back to what we were talking about.
There's a couple people here listing how many things they've tried before. This is not like anything we've ever seen. This is like a $45,000 month-long workshop. Mm-hmm. Literally, people will pay this much to go to rehab. This is like rehab for your relationship. And so you can go to these weekend seminars for years and years and not, through the church or through, this person here, I hear you. I see what you have, Peggy. It's you've done all these things and nothing's worked. Well, I'll tell you what. If you've done that much, you've spent a lot more money than $497. Try this. If you don't get twice the results from this than anything else in the first 2 videos that you can do in about an hour and a half, you call us back, we'll refund the money, no questions asked. This has more power in it than a month-long visit to a guru seminar.
And you know what? We totally get that old habits are really hard to break. Habits are hard to change. And so it's choosing to change the habit. If Jamie and I could leave the webinar right now and go enjoy the rest of our evening, we could do that. We could choose to do that. But we already have the relationship of our dreams, and it's already working for us. But this isn't about us. This is about you. And if you choose to leave right now, you might think you've learned a lot of cool stuff. But I think my guess is that in the morning, you're probably going to have just slipped back into your normal routines, right? So you will do what you've always done. And that's what most people do. That's what we did. That's what we did until it got bad enough that we decided we better do something about it. Because we are your coaches and your mentors, we are going to let you, we want you to know that we aren't going to let you go back to your old habits.
That's right. So
we're going to make sure that you are successful at breaking the old habits.
Go to the www.coupleshipcode.com/go and start the process of making your life 100% better right now.
And if you still have questions, you can email us at admin@passionprovokers.com. By telling you that this is worth it. You know what? You have nothing to lose. It's 100% money back guarantee over the next 30 days.
That's right. And we have worked with thousands of men and women and couples. 90%, 97% who learn the skills and use the tools meet or exceed their goals in their relationships, and they are having the time of their lives, having everything work better, their relationships, their careers, their kids, their grandkids. It is a phenomenal opportunity to change the world and band together here if we can all figure out how to communicate and love each other better than ever. So thanks for being with us tonight. We're going to close up shop here. I think we've answered the questions.
And we want you to know that we are going to be having a replay of this. And yes, the question is, yes, we will have a replay, and so that your husband can watch it. We're glad that you asked that question, and we will be sending the link to everybody who is here, and then those who signed up for the webinar. If you missed it, hopefully you're watching this right now and getting it. And so we will, again, email you that replay, but you can also go to www.coupleshipcode.com/go and sign up today because you're worth it. And if you're the first, we're getting close to filling up the first 20 to do that. And so there's a couple more spots available for that. And we'd love for you to grab one of those spots.
All right. You guys have a great evening. Enjoy. Those of you that are buying, we've seen a few. Enjoy the process. Let us know how it goes.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for your time and your energy here with us tonight. And let's stay connected. All right. Take care, everybody.